Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pontus, this ongoing Imperator Rome series. Boy, last time we are exhausted from war, but now we're not as exhausted and we plan on going to war against Cappadocia just to take basically what's left of Cappadocia. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to annex the whole country, if I'm really going to have very high aggressive expansion for this, because I simply want more of the lands that are part of the Armenia region, as well as Cappadocia, Tarek region. Yes. Just this entirety half. We won't get that Seleukid half. I mean, the only claim I have is Vaspura Khan, which of course he would be against Seleukids and all these others, which is the last thing he would ever wanted to do. And that'd be a terrible idea. So once the Legion is in position, start the war. While we are also trying to get one more claim out of Cappadocia right before the declaration of war, and we just had an accident. Oh dear. Listen, this man is 69 years old and he's very popular. I think he can afford this little industrial accident. So a slave died, there'll be no handouts because he's at an age where he's well past giving a care. Quite honestly. And also, there might be another provincial rebellion, but we can't guarantee that. But again, it's mainly because of that very unruly population over there. Which, of course, this is not the kind of city that would have all its amenities there. But to appeal to the freemen, since they're the ones that's, it's closest. So, fine. Also, I didn't know forums give out local monthly food modifier. Oh, crap. Oh, yeah, the province is disloyal, so you can't build anything there. Well, you're on your own. But I hope this batch of letter will get you some good. In fact, get letter over there, too. That'll hold them all right. As long as that war exhaustion keeps going down, even though it's going to go up again sooner or later. As we said, this is the Archon who just started his third and likely final term at his age. And maybe a third and final for him too. Country for old men. Again, as we said, he's the man who is well past giving a care. And we want to thank Kauriga Xerxid for coming up with the Xerxid reforms, which in the last episode, we finally have military modernization, which we are able to raise an unrestricted number of legions, which means even more discipline. But unfortunately, we do not have the time to create more of these legions, because we're about to start the war, so we're still going to rely on some levies again, and allies. Speaking of which, yeah, I fear that the Bosporan Kingdom is going to make a comeback. Which, once I'm done with Cappadocia, these guys are next. And I don't really need Legia's help in dealing with that because they've got their own problems. Parthia is still too far away unless I would expand a territory all the way over there. And I would build a road connecting there to Parthia across the plains, a coastal road. That sounds like an idea. So that way we could establish friendly relations with the Parthians as a possible, deterrent. If we ever get into conflict with Seleukids, and Parthia will deal with Bactria. But at least Moria has no quarrel with Parthia, but we know Parthia has quarrel with Moria. It's the last thing I ever want to do is to go to war against Moria about as much as, with the Seleukids, but we still have no contact with Moria. Because Patliputra is very far away from here. And please, Thrace, we know you are in position to start another war, but I urge you, turn your forces around. Do not go to Macedon. Because we need you. Again, after the war, when we take more territories, then we'll raise our money and spend it on legions. 14 ships Cappadocia has, well. Blockade. It's the only point they have, Also, just come over here. Beware of pirates. In position. Hey, Thrace, you up? Good. Due to this war exhaustion, which has its both benefits and negatives, you can raise some levies, but don't raise the ones from up north. Because Olbia is starting to turn around now. They're starting to behave again. That's something we should be doing. Importing more. But that'll be for the post-war years. So remember. Ararat will be the main objective. These areas here, secondary. But these here, the regions of Comagene and Sofine, do not take them. And if we leave any remaining ones in the Albanian parts of Cappadocia, well, I'll leave that to the Seleukids, unless I want it for myself. Crap, another city. And that means fight a little bit of Iberian revolt. Okay, the Iberian revolt does have a cash battle against Seleukid, but Seleukid not to them. Maybe a little more free real estate for us. Maybe we can establish a government of Albania for Pontus. But that would be high aggressive expansion afterwards. Very well. Let's do it. What kind of levies are we raising? I mean, I would raise the one from the capital, because this is going to be for... Oh, why did I say Cappadocia Pontica as capital? That was our former capital region. So, larger force, we could deal with that front. While meanwhile, some of the other levies like Armenia, they would be for assistance. And Colchis would be another. So, let's have at it. Keep that well in mind, gentlemen. Actually, just two more. Yeah, when you raise them, that just decreases their war exhaustion a bit. There's their fleet. Just take those ships and then they're out. These will link up. Let's head to Mazaka as fast as you can. Even though there's a road that leads to there. Okay, actually meet up here. Governor of Armenia is cancer. There's room. Come in. We just need you to bring it's just for assistance for the manpower. Don't want to increase too much because we'll be waiting for Thrace to send our forces this way. But they could potentially raise more levies. Their own levies. Wow. Okay, we've taken it. Get back to here. Don't get caught. See, this is what I mean. Unfortunately, they got a better general. This is why we ought to stick together and kind of hesitant about raising more levies like this. Hey. What do we need? That ship damage done. Seems like a good idea, but you know, there's apparent problems with the production of food of this province, which Gondolon's now in the positive, which is good to see. So I don't think we're real anxious on the need for more food. Plus, we have a tendency to send populations out of here to go colonize somewhere else. Diplomatic reputation seems good for making alliances or other things, or keeping Thrace as our friends. Give me some honey. So that's all in more food, but hopefully we'll get more honey in future. Also, I just want to remind you that we've recently completed our mission, the growth of Bithynia and Paphlagonia. So we're just going to skip over these because we do not have a foundry. nor putting my money in this sort of thing. So that mission was already complete, just forgot to finish it. Stabilize and grow Taurika. Remember that we've said that we consider the Taurika region to be like, it's like, okay, we have our metropolis here in Godzilla. If I was to have a second metropolis, it would be this one. Pontine-Cappadocian. Because that area could be the new capital in case the old country were to fall to the Seleukid. So I'd go for that mission. Matter of Paphlagonia, that would be going up against Thrace. But that's our friend. Create a core of loyal subjects in Chersonesus. Develop maritime trade. So for starters, but there is no fort, no library. Oh, we can work on that. Take down that fort and put a new one here. They say it needs a library, so. For starters, we'll worry about that city building later. It's going to be mainly focused on war before those Cappadocians or Austrians appear there, and I guess Chersonesus will be more important in the future than this one. And it's the growth of Chersonesus that'll be complete when you do all of this. Okay. Worry about that later. We captured all... No, not all. We just captured half of their fleet. Well done. Back to port for repairs. Oh dear. Wait a minute. Ah, how about some more leather? There's plenty of leather out there. Now we can trade. Now, Governor. You got some very corrupt ones, but here's a man who is pretty good at these sort of things. Hopefully. And we just hope that the war exhaustion doesn't come back to bite us when we have these levies out for too long. Just keep falling back, keep pulling back. Oh, wait for Thrace to come. They're assembling their forces. They're about to occupy this area. Shoot. Damn it, this is going to need more levies than we thought. You have to go the long way. Levy and their small army. Siege progress is slow because of it's a higher level. But capturing this area will have the whole objective under our control. Damn it! We will have to get more levies. I was hesitant about this, but I fear we're going to have to make do. And it's going to come from up north, you know. But remember, when you had that war exhaustion that high, it wasn't as bad as you make it out to be. It's just you had bad luck with joining whose wars. Are you willing to risk another long war to get everything that you wanted? Save for this. Yeah. I have no choice. Go pick up everybody. At least you're Libanese only, so it's fast transport. Sembo over here. All you need to do is just hold off. Don't want to get overwhelmed here. Until we wait for Thracian reinforcements. Just a long way. Keep pulling back. We're not going to make a stand here. That's not as Seleukid, who is healthy. He now has cancer. Reinforcements are en route. I have an idea where they're going. Didn't know you were castrated. All we need is just to get there and knock down. Oh, what the hell? You're gonna get yourselves killed out there. Well, they're slowly marching. Once they get to this front, we'll be alright, hopefully. Requesting pickup. Oh, they picked a bad tactic. You're using envelopment to counter that phalanx. Okay, they'll be fine. To here. Quick drop off. Yeah. Wait. Engage. Unclear which side will win. Don't engage. Friendly reinforcements are en route. We'll take them all out together with all of our levies. Everything we got. Wish we would have created another legion, but even if we do, again, it will likely come from Armenia, in which we can later add more. But don't you know how much this is going to cost? And the manpower that's going to be using? We can't use that right now because we're using those levies. And I swear, this will be the last war that will rely on levies. We have to give those reforms a new meaning. To be here on the 28th. It's already late at this point. I have to give chase. Okay, that's a lot more than we've determined. But it's starting to get to us, yeah. And you've got until 1 year. Next October this will expire and the war exhaustion is going to start turning against us. But they're also worse off. I don't think it'll be wise to do what we're about to do. But wait for friendly reinforcements and the situation might get a little easier. I hope there are no provincial rebellions over in Thrace. If we get ourselves involved here, we're in deep, deep, deep trouble. So if I were you, I would pick all envelopment tactic. Because of these compositions, I believe that's the best tactic. And if you get desperate, there's always these mercenaries that you'll find from somewhere. The best one is this one over here in Sinope. Which, just in case, they need to be hired, which of course takes a while for the morale to build up. So if you were to hire in this instant, that'll be 11 a month, which is affordable. But we're not that desperate. Go take the countryside areas. We have to get to action. Link up with the rest, and then we'll deal with enemy forces until we split our forces and try to take their capital and that area. Evacuate. But if you were to engage them, you would be bit of a... We got him split. Likely win. We have a stronger army. Yes, yes, but we outnumber them. You're not going to get away with this. See, that's why I chose envelopment. I knew they were going to do that sort of thing. Because we are familiar with how Greek warfare works and we know how to counter them. Took them out without a single human loss. That was their army, you know. So, you know. But dude, just take this area over, but we need to get down there. They're on their way. Splitting up again. Come on, you bastards. Yeah, go long. Try to occupy all these areas that do not have a fortress. Just give them some more exhaustion and prevent them from forming any more levies that are coming from there every time when we eliminate them. We have control of the main objective, but I still want the secondary objectives. Take that back. It's starting to work against us. Just a quick drop off. They're in for a big surprise. This there too. Get back to the fleet so I can make a quick transport to deal with their professional army over there. Split up the forces. A smaller contingent should assist the army. I know exactly where they're going. We are risking a amphibious landing. Oh, right under port, then slam onto them. Starting to help. 8 days. This will arrive just under 8 days. Things are getting interesting now. Fight well. We have the experience. They do not. Fight harder. We have discipline. Just a second. What we should be doing is to go pick up the rest of these levies that'll be backing this army up. And as for you lot, it's yeah, they're weaker out there. Should be alright, so thank you. Go take the capital. Let's hunt them down. They're likely gonna go over there. Quick drop off, follow the army. I don't know about you. A philosopher in Ani. A new wise man has become renowned among our citizens in the city of Ani, province of Armenia and Minors. They have now started to look to him for guidance in their daily lives, following his teachings and ideals. The philosopher espoused a life of balance in all things, finding the right amount of diligence to slothfulness, temperance to hedonism, or zeal to cynicism. In addition, the philosopher has shown respect and become friends of a lot of researchers living in the city. Permanently gets local philosopher for more research. Well, let him roam. I don't need the skills because I'm old, damn it. I have cancer, so it doesn't matter. Ani. Where's that at? Oh, over here. Till the end of the game. Well, we should put more research into these areas. I got a few money to spend on libraries, so give me 2. Yeah, deal with that later. So I have some money to spare. Oh, Zoroaster. 800, near 900 Zoroastrians. At this rate, by the time in the next decade, there will be 1,000 Zoroastrians. This is beautiful. And of course, I plan on, if I have a lot of money, build a holy site dedicating to this, so I guess we'll build it here in Personas in the future, during the post-war years. That's what we've determined. Starting to get at it again, but well, we need control of this and this. We have the main objective now. All we need is their capital. Take that province, then that's it. That's it. Well, a large rumbling sound is only warning our people to receive before Ararat erupts, espousing large amounts of ash and lava across Taro and the nearby provinces. Most of these living here have little to no time to prepare themselves for the danger. There's large numbers of casualties and destruction across the area. Taro gets entirely buried by the volcanic ash and lava from Ararat, leaving the area almost inhabitable. Some people started wondering if this is some sort of punishment sent by the gods, if we offended or insulted them one way or another. I don't recall there was ever a city there. But 3 populations have died and... oh my goodness. The areas around it. Here, here, and here. And I assume there, and there too. They were affected by this volcano. Oh dear. Permanently gets volcanic destruction. Well, pay attention to this. Was this affected too? Yes! Oh my goodness. Look at that! That can be seen from miles. I think we determined that the land of Armenia is the land of fire. There's volcanoes. So this city that we have a primary objective to take apparently is not safe from volcanoes. And this effect is going to last for 10 years. So it's going to take 10 years for this to be fully rebuilt. And in the post-war years that's coming up, that isn't going to help it. A natural disaster in the middle of a war. That's highly irregular. Yeah, it's starting to die down now, as you can see, as this occurs all in one day as I have it on pause. So, yeah, that happened, ladies and gentlemen, a volcanic eruption from Ararat. Which, if you recall, since many of you viewers are probably of the Abrahamic religions, you may recall this is the alleged area where Noah's Ark landed on. This mountain here, which is also a volcano. And now a volcano that borders Pontus, Cappadocia, soon to be part of Pontus, and Seleukid. Anything that lives in the vicinity of it, all affected. Oh. Going this way. Alright. Let's continue on with the conflict. We were just... we need assistance, just additional backup. Yeah, they're going up this way. So yeah, Thracian reinforcements arrive. We're sending our levies to siege this area, which has... My goodness, there's no way we can take that. With our levies alone, we just need Thracian reinforcements. No, damn it, keep... Damn it! You can't go beyond this area. We have to go the long way around. You too, come on. Guards and visitors have pointed out for some time that the living rock of Stonehenge started to deteriorate. Now, a very prominent visitor from our foreign allies pointed out that once proudest landmark is decayed and its place is damaged, not affecting the morale of our nation, but also diminishes how we portray ourselves to other nations. I mean, there's no city there, there's hardly any populations, but I thought about building a city of that in the future, but that's going to have to wait, since we have other commitments elsewhere. But I'll just say, there's some charm in letting nature and time take their course. They may not like it, but still. Alright, restoration. Oh, we can immediately get rid of this thing. By using financial relief. Okay, but that'll wait in the post-war years, alright? Wait until after. Switch places. Stand still. Another area to colonize. Now we border with the Bosporan Kingdom, which they have made a comeback. But they do not have any ports, so we don't have to worry about any ships. So yes, it's true, they're not fully eliminated from the face of the earth yet. That's the next area we should fight against once we're done with Cappadocia. Thrace is about to engage him. All we need to do is eliminate this army, take over this area, then we'll move all of our forces to the capital, which we are sieging it, but it's going to take a while because it's a high level. And I don't know if we have the supplies to maintain for such an undertaking. I think I know what they're up to. This way. They're gonna try to fight Thrace off. We got him. Speaking of that, make your way. Go assist them. We got them all. This fortress soon fall and this area will be under our control. Alright, we got this zone secure. Now, move it all this way. Here's for your lot. Just try to get back over here. Look, I can enact this restoration, but we need a little more money. Like, at least give me another 200. It should be over soon. At least the Seleukids have not attacked them. Don't forget, we need that too. Next time, perhaps. High stability means happy populations. Just trying to prevent any more provincial rebellions. But it's starting to creep up again. So we need that war over soon. Now that we're putting all of our efforts there. Oh, just barely saw that. No need for gold. High stability. Highest it's ever been. Good. But not high enough. This war effort's taking a heavy toll on Pontus, yet the people rallied behind Cappadocia, trusting his superb logistical skills. Even in these trying times, the Pontine spirit shows its superiority. Our people are indomitable. Good! Surprised they never attacked during this entire time. What little remains of Cappadocia, they can have it. Even higher stability and a lot more research points when you think about that. Now we're going to get some innovations soon this year. See, we didn't need mercenaries. All we need is a little faith. An eye for aesthetics. Xerxes has been showing great promise in his civic duties. He's become renowned as quite the artisan. He recently completed a marvelous design for a new fortress. Where exactly? This area here? We could erect this masterpiece on behalf of the state. However, such an architectural vision would surely be valuable to the right investor. Yeah, they want a fortress here, but in Armenia superior. I would rather put it here. But that's going to become... Yeah, I think we should. But just give me the money. I'd rather build it here. So cost you plenty, but save it. Because we're about to take more of Armenia. Turn. Grace has got it handled. I know where you're going. Take this province. Once these two go down, war's over. Yes, I know. You're out there for long. Capital taken. War score's at 99%, but I ain't ending it yet. I need this province that I have a claim to. It ain't over till we say it's over. And who give these guys access? I'm sure that you have relations with them. You want to go the long way around. Yeah, we kept them there. That's for backup. Just bypassing. There goes the old governor of Armenia. How about some leather? Love me some leather. Alright. And let's wait a minute. Well, scorn family is one thing, but... Ah, come on. Stick with me. Okay? You're in perfect health, but you just don't have to be arrogant about your new job. If I ever wanted to have a scorned family, it would be likely with the Orontids. If I really wanted that to happen. That's one innovation. Okay, begin your return home because, well, the food isn't going to provide much for you. So you are to begin your withdrawal. Just need this province and that's it. That's the war. Could take that city just for a few more populations to enslave. Yikes, barbarians. This way. To the ships, quick. Switch places. Just bypass in the battlefield. Negotiations will begin soon, don't you worry. Just take one provincial capital. We're not going to take it. This is just simply to enslave the populations. Just bring a few home with us. Alright, we're out of here. Hang on. Don't want the armies to have exiled, so it needs to be at an area where we can, you know, be part of the core territories. Core territories, listen yourself. It sounds like you're playing EU4. Okay. How are we going to arrange that? Iberian Revolt versus Iberian Revolt. The revolt within the revolt. You guys are next for that piece of land that I would... Oh my goodness. Second Civil War. Fortunately, they don't have the manpower to take those cities. Yeah, we'll definitely be frontiersmen one day. Glad it's coming back around. Anyways, let's begin negotiations. We have not lost a battle at all. It was one-sided. This is not going to fully annex the nation because I'm leaving the Assyrian areas alone. So what do you suggest before I reset? Everything? You must be mad. Well, everything except for this one. Okay. I don't need those. Hang on, man. It's got to start somewhere. Here, here, and don't forget about your main objective of the Armenian areas. We never had a claim on attack, but we'll take it. If you want to isolate them further, that's fine. You know, make them so small that they can't, you know, do anything. How much is Gugark? Yikes. Well, you have very high stability, but aggressive expansion, you might alienate some nations nearby. Gee, I don't know. I mean, 19 is good enough where we can just get it down easily. I mean, you've gone over 20 before, but never up to 27. That's just downright insanity. As I have determined, I just want to isolate them further and further. To the point where they're so weak they can't defend themselves. But I wish I would include Caucasian Iberia, but it's still the same. So we'll start making claims for them again. But this time, we'll be using legions only. No more levies. Unless it's a national emergency. Not saying like barbarian attacks or anything, but... you know, you get the idea. And we can't use them because of the other treaties that we have selected. Because of the lands that I actually want. Remember these names. Let me see. How much is Iberia? I don't see it. Ararat would be a city-state. Tak will be good. Komagene is down south. Okay, hold on. Bring out the map again. How much is Iberia to be exact? This much. That's messy. Ararat would be there. Tak would be... I mean, again, I never had a claim to this land, but if we could just split them up, make it a separate nation, and then take it over for myself afterwards, where I would get small aggressive expansion, but at least I'll be fighting someone else. But still, I want these areas. What's that other area I had a claim to? I mean, not Tak. I mean, I'm willing to make Tak an independent nation, while I will deal with them at a later time. I think it was Gugak. Again, Tak will be a free nation consisting there. we won't include Caucasian Albania, because that pass there doesn't allow it. But it isolates them further. Gogark, you could have Albania, but that has very little cities. The Albanian area, to be exact, would be 10. So that's 27. And what's this little area? I don't know. 28. But you see, that's a little too much. I mean, you could just remove that. Of course, that would just isolate them, but... You know what? I think that's a better idea. Because if we want to include these territories, this would prevent the Seleukids from getting their hands on some of the Cappadocia, which I will deal with the rest of them. They can have this and this. And if they ever ask us for access, I'm not going to give it to them. Keep some of it for myself, just take care of the rest. Yeah. I think that's the best idea. So be it. Ak is an independent nation. While we have taken the areas that we have claims to, which is some pretty good land, I would say. And what remains of Cappadocia there and there, which is part of the Assyria region, which I want nothing to do with, they can have it. But all this and this is mine. And that tiny bit of land is just whatever to me. But it has a city though, so you can't ignore that. So you got till here, so start making claims. I have no intentions in making them a client state. It's a port that I want. And we will get it. And plus we got a little barbarian problem to take care of. That was smart of me, keeping the Seleukids away from this part of Cappadocia that I want. So, we did a hell of a job here. But the thing is that, well, thankfully there's some money to spare. Because, you know, there was this recent volcanic eruption from Iona, and we're about to give them relief. Help's on the way. So it's going to be gaining volcanic ash for each of these areas that were affected, at least on our end. I don't know about them. They'll be on the way. So we'll go deal with that little barbarian problem right now in Obia, which they ain't going anywhere. But our aggressive extent is pretty high, but we can go down pretty fast. Thanks to the appeasing stance and a few other things, including our magistrate. Magistrate, you're doing very well. Keep it up. And of course, we need a first governor of Pontine, Albania. Oh my. I'm not going to appoint you governor. That man right there, at 23, he's a Kokian Zoroastrian. When we form our second legion, that man's going to be in charge of this. So, put him in. He'll make do with what he can. They're reduced to a regional power now. Go, go. Anything else? So, huge swaths was destroyed as volcano erupted. It's time that we set aside the funds to restore the land so we can use it more effectively yet again. Enact. Oh, this area also has a local philosopher, but a different kind. That may help for more provincial loyalty. Oh yes, we gotta destroy those holy sites in the future to bring some of the treasures here. Thrace, what do you think of us? Still good? Fire and improve relations with you again. It's not much, but they're still good with us. Despite the pretty high aggressive expansion we made. Alright lads, get on board. Albania. Yeah, that area can be a bit problematic. Only because there's no cities there. It's nothing. Fort maintenance lowered. Where's the army? We're gonna go this way. We got holy sites to destroy in the future. That's their capital then. Hope you don't ally with Cappadocia, otherwise I'm gonna be very mad. Okay, so unlikely. Oh yes, the innovations. Like I had these two in mind. One for army morale recovery, and the other that's even more discipline, but also reduces cohort loyalty gain chance, because since we're going to get more legions, and obviously more characters are going to have loyal veterans amongst them. And also, successful city sieges by our legions will now generate 0.1 experience. Legions, not levies. Keyword. These are all naval intensive stuff, which I am never going to use that for it. Unless it has something good that is worth working on. Like, yeah, gain navy. When it's active. Alright. If I was a more naval intensive power, but we're not really. It's pretty good, but we should start working on this way, all the way till blacksmith apprentices. Need some siege engineers because, you know, wars take long. And then eventually gotta do religious to, you know, start working on something for more global monthly food modifiers so our populations can grow and sustain. That's the most important thing, sustainability. Hey, you suckers. There, barbarian, follow them over. Disband the levies. Well done. Admiral First Navy, that's rather important. There's another 10. Very low, that's what we need. But keep in mind, they're a rather powerful family. And who's family head? Governor of Armenia, of course. He's plotting quietly, which does no good to nobody. But don't keep him scorned for too long. We'll let it go down slowly. 240 each month. I'm glad that we were able to take most of the Armenian areas that I've wanted for the longest time. Very happy. Sure. Of course you would. Admiral of 3rd Navy. Tell you what, I'll give you free hands. I don't typically like that, but we'll find a spot for you. In fact, I think we could do that right now. You know, forming the 2nd Legion. You got plenty of money and your income's very good. And we're not at war anytime soon. Ah, of course. Use your persuasion powers. Get back to port, you idiot. Okay. 2nd Legion. I mean, we know that one is over, but if we form another 20 cohort Legion, which no doubt we can afford, so that means it would easily... Yes. I think we should. It should be him, because he needs this job. But we want to examine him. Kindly. Confident. Oh no. Look, dismiss everybody, and then we'll sort things out, alright? Okay. First century will always... Will it be him? Even though he's a... It's like, yes, he's Zoroastrian, but he's a foreigner. He's uncaring. Ugh. Improviser. Well, that makes him more of a navy man. But he's also a conqueror. But Senate influence. If he was adopted, instead of being a minor character, we should enact that act. Now that we think about it. Hang on. Yes, it will be Barazdat. And put Mithridates in because he needs this job. Siege ability. Because we might switch him during sieges. So. Yeah, good idea. The fighter, the siege man, the guy who needs this job, and who's the fourth man? Who's he? Bosporon. Mithranen. Sure. Okay, you got your men, but what kind of composition consists of? I mean, we can see this, which had 21 cohorts. Well, for starters, just give me 2 siege engineers just like the other. Don't make it too similar. Oh, and this one is of mixed units, so... And since we have Persian traditions and we are more heavy infantry intensive, you gotta have heavy infantry. Give me at least 6 of them. Yes. I was about to say, what are these chariots good for? But when I last checked, it's very effective against light infantry. So instead of having cavalry, you can have some chariot support. That's 8, so have a 4 chariots. And archers for anti-infantry, so 4 plus 4 is 8. And then you get 6. But don't forget the supply trains. You ain't gonna go to combat without supply trains. Just looking. Yeah. Should we really be so an infantry intensive legion with chariot support? Mainly anti-infantry. Well, this first one is the more of the elites, except with light infantry. So this is almost more elite than when you think of it, except for the chariots. But that's for monetary reasons. So we'll be spending 10,000 manpower, which we can get it up a lot faster. And mountain maintenance, fine. So this will come from Cappadocia, Pontine. There you have it. Legion dedication for this distinction, as this is the second legion. But we're still keeping that one because that was inherited from when we moved capitals from Amsir to Godilon. And if I have a lot more manpower, time, and money, then we're going to create a third one in the future that's going to come from Armenia. But all these other ones that are 4 for 4, that's just mainly for defense. But I don't need to create them all. Unless you want to make the smaller legions be, or I don't know, like cavalry intensive. Like say if I wanted from Tarika, for example. Yeah. Cavalry intensive armies, but we're beginning to work on this province a little more, so we should have a cavalry-intensive legion in the future. If you recall the past series, that I always have a army that's dedicated for cavalry only, and we're doing Persian, god dang it, Persian traditions, that is rule, we're starting to go that route. And we plan on getting this next. And all the way to that for a cavalry skirmish. So you need cavalry support. Especially that we need a legion that's dedicated to fending off any barbarian attacks, as well as assisting on these conflicts here. So there you have it, another 10,000 strong legion, just like the Persian Immortals. This is what chariots are for. Effective against archers, light infantry, and light cavalry. Especially against light infantry. They do a lot better job than archers. Whereas archers and heavy infantry are not good against light cavalry, but light cavalry good against chariots. Chariots are good against light cavalry, but not so much on everything else. Basically, this is mainly infantry and support with chariots. Despite the fact, if you think about it, that chariots are kind of obsolete in modern warfare. They're the best one that we got. And the main tactic of this will be bottleneck. I hope nobody uses skirmishing tactics. Does not use decreased pay. Now that we have this legion, this is what full payment's going to look like in wartime. We'll station you wherever. Like probably in culture, so basically whenever, so we can finally rely on at least pick a legion to make sure these provinces that do rebel, we'll have them taken care of. It's the modern military reforms we were looking for. And we're in no rush to get all that manpower back up. So they're on standby. Ah, tribunes do not count. I understand. We'll give him an office or a researcher or something. I mean, we all know that they could hold 5, but place it. Ah, damn it. Was there anything else you're good at? No, that's level, you idiot. 7. He's 5, because he's greedy and vengeful, if he wasn't of that. Thank God. We'll put you in instead, because that man's a minor character. Oh, that's a problem. Man's got no finesse. Can't beat him. Governor, Admiral, Governor. Nothing. No statesmanship because of no finesse. Isn't he in the, didn't I see him? No. That was Mithridates. Which has a little statesmanship anyhow. Or we put him there simply for the sake of it. since he's a minor character. Okay, hang on. I think I found something for you. But even though that's gonna hurt the aggressive expansion. But now it's gonna take a bit longer to get rid of that. Because of your behest. Sheesh. Alright, now let's focus on this new mission. It needs a marketplace. Unless more populations were to move in. I can arrange that. 1. Just random ones. 2, 3, 4. There you go. There's room for a marketplace. Nearly spent all that money with this BS. Decrease pay on the Navy as well. Start making a fortune. And that war exhaustion will go away slowly, which we're in no rush of that. Which I say that because we're trying to take advantage of the military experience. Don't destroy those holy sites yet because that gives you too aggressive expansion. That one's very appealing. Again, they're all Kadak holy sites. A feast for artists. Residents at Theodosia are holding a celebration in honor of their much-loved governor. That is excellent. Renowned for his magnificent tolerance and common sense. It's nice to see our approved candidates validated in such a way. On with the celebrations then. See, we need kind governors like him. Of a most important province. He was murdered. We've been informed that my guy Stratton was found brutally murdered in his home just last night. Investigators reported that a honed sword was used in him. The device is known to be feared by this was uttered. However, we have no hard evidence to link him to the crime. Regardless, we should be watchful. We are power select. Again, I'm a dying man of cancer. I could care less about popularity right now. You're gonna be a bit of a screw-up with this. Statesmanship or lack thereof. No civil war? Probably civil war, but I hope it doesn't break out there. It's just when we take more territory, all these areas here, we'll be sure to use it for create that cavalry-only legion that's going to come from up there. So the city of Chrysonis is the center of Cappadocian power in town. Yet it is primarily a Bosporan city. By encouraging Cappadocia settlement, here we can build a sizable power base for continued rule in the region. I moved a few populations there, but now it's about damn time. Faster conversion and assimilation speed. There are some Cappadocians now, but soon this city is about to become a Zoroastrian city. So, Bosporanum. Oh no. Bosporanum. That area. We only have one city, but none of them are fortified. Local import route. And they say they think their most important naval base is that? They must be nuts or something. But nonetheless. Because we just need all of these, so. Well, better start saving our money on building cities now. But it should be a commercial hub as well. If the population growth is sustainable, that is. Look at these provinces. "278 territories compared to Thrace with, well, less. Because Macedon Getia actually beat Macedon? What the hell's going on with them? And yes, Rome got it back here. Rome's in the Pannonian Plain now. Carthage continues its expansion into Iberia, the Iberian Peninsula. Not to be confused with Caucasian Albania. Iberia. At least they haven't done anything, but I'm afraid of them having a negative opinion on us, so let's improve relations. The promotion of Chrysonosos as a Cappadocian has not only made it attractive to Cappadocian, have begun to prepare a new life in the growing city of Chrysonosos. The city is open to all. Scythians who move in. Which for a while, if I ever wanted to integrate other people, I thought about the Scythians. But we were able to get much of the Armenians in. And the Bosporan folks are also just as integrated. I think I can afford one more integrated culture. In which, in the future, I've originally planned it for the Scythians. Because, you know, it's one of those cultures, as we said, it's causing all this madness up here. And plus, we want, you know, more control of this area, so we can't ignore, especially when we continue to colonize area after area. So I think we should appeal to the Scythians. So they'll lose colonial occupation. So they'll start cooperating with us again, so that'll get them around, because I don't want Albania to rebel. And plus, we are living in the most stable period there is. And we're taking advantage of this, so, yes. They may not like it, the other integrated cultures, but I just view the Scythians as important. Here we go. Cataphracts. Even though Greeks used cataphracts too, or whatever they have. But 2 nobles will appear in Sarpanis, Dasmenda, and Astakos. So more nobles means a little more research, because that's what they operate on. But more importantly, that heavy cavalry that's usually in our first army of the Legion will have more offense defense. Now next time, cavalry skirmish, which you'll get 4 innovations. So we have a long way to go. He has the gout. And he's ailing. Seleukid Republic. Our current Archon, Aravazonis, heads both the Seleukid dynasty and the Democrats faction in the Assembly, garnering a reputation for putting his own family's interests ahead of state's important matters. Midas is an equally prominent politician representing the oligarchs and has brought accusations of nepotism and corruption involving the Seleukid hold to the floor of the Assembly, saying they're dominant as a threat to the Republic. He never had approval from the oligarchs to begin with, even though they do dominate a good part of the Senate. But you know who that man is. But you know, we're about to have a mid-round interval. Nonsense. Seleukid honesty is proverbial. Don't you know they are the most important family of the Republic? They're the ones that gave us that military reforms. Desecration. Oh, we're right here. Don't worry, we'll do it soon. Rather keep the Democrats dominate the whole Senate. Minor character. Well then. Very poor health. But he's got good statesmanship. The best. So just take it while you can. But keep in mind, he is suffering from gout, so I don't know if he'll survive this term. But I need a lot more political influence. And money. Because soon we would have to invest in all this land. When the truce expires, we'll send this legion here to take care of it. Yeah. More Scythians to the city. There you have it. What's the other area? Oh yes, Cappadocia and Iberia. arthritis. Gonna fight you one of these days. Well, there's about to be a civil war right now, but the question is, where? Who's the most disloyal? It's Pretender, that's governor of... Oh, damn it. They're likely to rebel. Another Pretender. No, don't even think about it. You don't have a claim to that as soon as it breaks away. Because Governor of Caucasus, that's going to be the whole area. That's where the revolt's going to come from. And there's no way in getting access, because I ain't going to give it to them, because we don't like them. Need you to deploy. Send them to there. The coming of Chrysonesus. Never before has the streets of Chrysonesus been as clean and its gardens so well kept. The brick forum and temples now make it immediately apparent this is not just a city, but also the very center of a major power, an urban expression of splendor or wealth. Chrysonesus is now a city of brick. Cappadocian freeman and citizen has appeared there and gained settlement policy for about a year. It's the place to be. A lot of Zoroastrian Cappadocians coming here. We can make it a regimental city if we wish to, but I would prefer this because, well, you know, we've talked about this whole form a cavalry intensive legion from Powder. I think a regimental city sounds like a good idea at all. Not this one, but more local manpower from there at least a bit. So the city of Chrysonesus has grown an increasingly thriving center of authority. A great number of loyal soldiers already live and work here, and the city itself would make an ideal center for our military might of the region. Make it so. So all it needs is port markets, which means we're going to have to save up money and political influence building 2 more cities. Here, there, and there, because that's where the ports are. And to build a city, I mean, we have the money, it's the end of it. You can do it too, you can do it both. But, just wait, alright? Just want to see how this turns out. We'll end this episode right at the moment the Civil War begins so we can understand the situation a bit better and what can we do from here. Not saying intervene, but be opportunistic. That's what Pontus has become. Opportunistic, conquering nation. It's the integration status of the Scythians. Halfway. Not halfway yet. We should build more of these structures, the training camps, in other areas. Particularly at areas that are further inland and to the north. Far away from it. We should build those in the new cities. Okay, so let's see. Damn it, I knew it. that this area will be the site of the rebellion. Which we do have a claim for Glugark, but that's a war about Casvella. And that means you're going to have to use this again. Cappadocia and Iberia. That means you're going to have to wait until next year. So all we need is a little more political influence, and I'm willing to throw my money to build new cities here and here. And when we get more Cappadocian populations moving there, we could start colonizing the whole plains. Because the Bosporan Kingdom, which is a regional power, well, they're doing a good job in the colonial game, but I want to beat them. And in addition, these two lands within the Caucasus region, they'll be coming to Pontus. Which no doubt we will have 300 territories by then. And these two conflicts, we don't need Thrace's help. If Thrace wants to fight Macedon to take back a bit of land, go for it. I ain't gonna stop him. Well, that may happen sooner or later. So we hope you people have enjoyed this episode. I know it was slightly a bit of a long one, but not as long as the goddamn war-exhausted video. So our path is now clear. We have 2 legions now, and a possibility of a 3rd in the making if we can get more populations in this governorship, which is only going to work if, which again, out of all these places, why is it the capital of the governorate here, and not, you know, like places here? But anyways, so if we can expand more and then take the Bosporan territories, so wipe them clean off the map, then we can raise a 3rd legion that's going to come from there, and that will be the legion that'll have cavalry only. We do have the money for this as soon as we expand a little more towards these areas and building more cities here and here, build more local training camps in these areas. So this is a militarized province that we'll create as well. And subsequently, we're going to destroy a holy site. Not all, just one. We know it's going to cause aggressive expansion. But the stability will remain high nonetheless. And war exhaustion is not going to be a problem anymore because we will only use legions. And the only time we'll ever use levies again is in case of Seleukid invasion, or worse, civil war. All that and more in the next episode of Pontus, which it's a miracle that a Zoroastrian republic is surviving, is prospering. Oh. Thousands Zoroastrians now. And we hope for another 1,000 Zoroastrians in the next coming decades as we expand more and more. But until then, so long for now.